Folks, welcome to the weekly scam. It is April Fool's, and the first question we had today with Mike and myself is April Fool's a scam? What do you think?
I should have done some research to find out where it even started from, and what's the history of April Fools. But is it a scam? I guess if it actually entices you to buy something, yes, it would be.
So I just Googled scam busters.
Okay.
Well, April Fool's Days jokes, spoof for fun. Scammers want to hijack your PC. Internet scam busters. All April Fool's Days, the April Fool's Day, as we know it, is a time practice of jokes. We should find the history about this. We should have found the history about April Fools. So, you know what? This is what's wonderful about Blab is I can pause this. So we're going to pause for a second. Okay, we have dropped the wiki link in, and it's amazing. This is a fairly old, not holiday, but they say it's not a holiday anywhere. So no one gets it off. Because if we have the Country of Fools, we could start it up. It could go right in there with Weekly Scam being their favorite show.
maybe it's just something else that Hallmark tried to start to sell cards with.
Yeah, if Hallmark was around in the Roman age, it says it actually started back in the Roman age and it's evolved in the 1500s. In the 1508, the French got into it in poetry and things of that nature. It sounds like something the French would really love and get into. And then it's evolved and it's all across the world. So Scotland, Ireland, it talks about all these different places and what they do. So without going too much detail, it must not be a scam. It must be a real thing, April Fool's Day.
Well, sometimes what do they say? If you keep telling a lie, eventually it might become the truth. So
that's true. We're watching that in local politics. Hey, so the next thing we're going to cover, and by the way, you can find the notes and the links at it's weeklyscam.com. And you can also find a call to action there. So if you go there, weeklyscam.com, it's going to call a call to action, and maybe you'll get something free or good deal this year. Just don't be scammed. So insurance scams. Is insurance a scam? Now you're an insurance guy. Should I say it's a scam? Are there any insurance scams?
If I were to pick a traditional form of insurance that I personally think is a scam, it's it's what you purchase like through your credit card to protect yourself against accidental death. I mean, personally, the percentages on those policies that are collected on is minuscule compared to the, and then the amount of money that's made on them. And it's almost 100% profit.
I haven't seen those in a long time, but I remember as a kid when you flew, they'd always offer you, if this plane crashes and burns, we'll pay a death benefit, a huge death benefit, just a few bucks.
Yeah. Now, I've had people when I've sat down and talked with them, they go, yeah, do you have any insurance? Yeah, I have this thing I got from XYZ, and I look at it and I say, and I go, do you realize what this is? And but they get the words, the key words are very bolded, but what it actually was an accident policy that, you'd have to die on a plane, train, or automobile on a Wednesday for it to pay.
Right. Well, here's one thing that drives me nuts about insurance. Two things. One is I have a term life insurance for about $700,000 that I don't think has a war clause in it, but I was never 100% sure. And they started telling me it didn't, but not sure because the way I signed up and if you knew or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm always curious about, a war clause or some kind of catastrophic incident when I was in the Middle East. So never sure about that. The other thing that drives me nuts about insurance companies is paperwork. I just did paperwork online. The reason why I brought this up is my wife she's a really good driver. She had a little fender bender. My daughter's friend parked outside the garage in the evening. My wife backed out and barely caught the fender and did a little bit of damage to our car. Did quite a bit on hers, a red car. And I called up our insurance company and initially they said, I think I had a deductible. They said, no, it's deductible. And I said, should I report this or just fix this in-house? I know I'm going to eventually pay 100% of that back through higher insurance because she backed in. And it was a collision and she backed in.
Right.
What do you do in that case? Do you pay it off or do you do it as a claim?
Well, I always have to kind of look at the situation because I did have a situation like that. And we did decide to pay it off. The damage on my car was minimal. We still haven't fixed it to this day. You'd have to really look to see, but the damage to the other person's was enough that the person felt that they wanted to get it fixed. So I had no control over that. I couldn't say, no, you can't get it fixed.
Yeah,
and we chose, rather than filing a claim, because it was my at the time 17-year-old daughter.
Oh my.
We did. I did pay out of pocket. I did not file that claim, and I did have the conversation with the insurance agent just to see. And I kind of knew the answer. I mean, I used to sell automobile insurance, but I just wanted to see. So we did.
So okay, the deductible is $500. I always have a deductible, and I could actually had it fixed for about $600 on my car or less.
Okay.
But they're going to actually. There's a little. I'm going to put the pictures. That little tiny crack. They could have bound, but there's another way you can do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I took it to two different places for estimate. I took it to theirs, and I took it to the Honda Collision Center. And I think we have a very good Honda Collision Center here. I had them give a bid. I had the Honda folks give a bid. They did it with and without that little crack down there because they can bond it, and I'll take the pictures up. So it was about $500 more to get a new original bumper and paint it, whatever they need to do.
Right.
Because the bumper is really not damaged. It's a little crack on the side and a little paint on the side, and all they have to do is heat it up, repaint that little panel on the bumper.
Sure.
But so I went ahead and got it. The USA Collision Center did the whole bango, and it's kind of neat. I got theirs, and I got the Honda dealer, and I looked at them, and for about less than $70 more, I can get the Honda Blend Match Perfect paint that Honda does, and I can also get the original Honda bumper. They have their bumper was not a Honda bumper, but another company that. Whatever it's called, aftermarket parts. Yeah. So I don't know. That's just sales and marketing. I think it's buyer beware. Pay attention when you're doing insurance. Don't buy, like you said, the inexpensive, cheap insurances. Have someone you trust. Have an agent and work with people you trust. I've been with USAA since 76 when I was a cadet at West Point. And one thing, I did it all online with USAA. It didn't go real smooth, and I documented everything. Like I said, please hold up. Please do not do anything right now. And they just did stuff. And I said, please call me. They didn't call me. Please call me.
That is the trade-off on that, because you're obviously going to be saving some money on your overall premium because of the engagement online. Yeah. I can say based on this, I mean, I've had several homeowners claim. I've had the same company since we've been out here 18 years. Same agent. Never met the guy, so I mean, there's kind of an interesting thing. I've never met him. I feel like I know him because we talk a lot on the phone. We just had another situation with another daughter of mine who had 2 car accidents within 6 weeks, 2 totals within 6 weeks. But when the other daughter had here again, you have 2 and I 2. I'm going back and forth between the daughters and cars. But that was the other thing that played heavily on that, is it was close enough. And then sometimes too, when you go into the dealer or into the auto body shop, if you tell them you're paying cash, they may work with you a little better as far as the price, if they know it's going to be cash and not not the insurance company. So I always made them aware that this is going to be a cash deal. The price was different. I can't say it's going to be for everybody in every place, but the price was less because I was paying it directly.
I had a couple BMW 5 Series, and I hate dings, imperfections, anything. And I actually paid myself to have it painted. It was like a third less. The little parts and things like that. There were small things, small little scratches and panels, and I like to keep my BMW nice. Back in the day, I don't have BMWs anymore because I have 2 girls.
Yeah, but what you were saying as far as the difference, is it worth it to me to have this whole new authentic bumper versus just having what I need fixed? How long are you going to keep the car? Who's going to be driving it? Is it something that could eventually rust and become a bigger problem? So you kind of look at those things because, car, it's tough. I mean, you could no sooner have that done and have another. I mean, my daughter was driving it to school for 2 years, and you see the little scrapes, the little, kids pulling in and out of parking spots. Nothing that I would really want to spend any money, but yeah, I see it and it just drives me crazy.
My mom is 90, and so she has a Honda that she doesn't drive anymore because even though it wasn't her fault, she had a couple little accidents when she was in her mid-80s, and she decided not to drive anymore. She pulled out and someone hit her on the side, and but even though it wasn't her fault, if she was more aware, she probably wouldn't have those accidents. I mean, they're small accidents, but she was, and she also stopped and was hit from behind. She probably stopped too soon. You get old and things happen. Anyway, bottom line is we have that car now. My brother has the car. So we pass that car around. We move the title around, and my brother has it now. Now we have daughters who are 13 and 16. and my 16-year-old has not started getting her regular license yet. But how much is my insurance going to go up?
It'll probably double.
Oh my gosh! Oh, no, I've got 2 vehicles. Oh
yeah, because she's going to be a part-time driver on one of those cars.
Is only the only one of the cars?
Well, she'll be able to drive both, but she'll be designated as a part-time driver. Now, depending on the insurance company, you may be able to designate which one you want her to be the part-time driver on. Yeah. Some companies will, and I don't know how USAA is, because this would be a question you'd have to ask them. Sometimes they will rate them on the more expensive car.
We had a little Honda Ranger, which is in perfect shape, but has a few miles on it because I had it when I was overseas, and it's been garaged, and that's what she'll drive. A little Honda Ranger, a little. She doesn't want to walk.
No, ours doubled.
Wow, that's scary.
And then we know, like our other daughter, she's going to get kicked off of our policy when it renews because of having the 2 accidents. I mean, it happened. Her 2 accidents happened right about this, right within the time we were renewing. Mm-hmm. So it didn't. They didn't catch it. But I talked to him, and he said, "Yeah, sure enough, she'll get booted off the policy next year or so."
Very good. Hey, so I'm going to add one more in here on scams. What was it? In fact, oh my gosh, how could I not think of this?
We want me to talk about mine? You can, and then you can
go ahead. Go ahead. It's okay.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Yeah, another scam we wanted to share with any of you that are on here today who have parents that are active on the internet. The scams never go away, depending on whether they're on the internet and whether it's somebody knocking at the door that are going after seniors. And this is called the reload scam. And this particular scam is your mom or dad gets that phone call. They are encouraged to purchase something, and we find out later that it was a scam and they got ripped off. And there's not really much recourse you can do, and you just say, "Hey, mom, dad, don't buy anything online. Don't do that again," and they go, "Okay, yes, I won't do it. And then lo and behold, a month, 6 months, who knows, they get another phone call. And it's from a company claiming that they knew of them getting scammed, and we are going to get your money back. Mm-hmm. And they're and ask for a fee to do that. Well, guess what? It's the same company that called them the first time. So it's called the reload scam. So they target seniors. They tried. It's the same con artist that got them the first time. Now they're coming back as the shining knight in the knight in shining armor, and they're going to get your money back, charge you a fee, and then again never hear from them again.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put that reload scam.
That was me echoing, but I shut off the echo because I just wanted to paste this in. So my last topic for today are trolls. And trolls are definitely scam heads. I hate trolls now. I haven't had too much problem with trolls on Blab until I did something I probably shouldn't have done. So I dropped in a link, and we're going to pause for a second. I want to play this, see if it. So Mike, I was going to stick up the little trolls video, but I don't know where I put it because I have so many YouTube video accounts, and I probably put it in some crazy place. But I have it out there, the troll account. So what were you saying about trolls? I think they're real people.
Yeah, I mean, your first thing is, hey, are they just machines, that are picking up on this? But I would say, well, based on say on a Blab, could a machine actually jump into a Blab and start to have a conversation? I would think no. But the other thing, which I believe is probably more of the truth than anything, is that these are kids.
No, these were not kids who trolled me.
Oh, they didn't? Okay. No, but I'm saying I have nothing to back it up. I mean, David put in a link there of a YouTube video. I don't know if you want to put that up there.
Let me say, they did such a good job in this troll. Let me tell you what happened. I had Paula Gosney, who's going to be on Tuesday, and she's a very well-known speaker and extremely good communicator out of New Zealand. And she has gorgeous websites, has done an amazing job, had 4 successful companies. So I had her on the show. And she'd never been on Blab, but we did it on Skype, and then because I want to get really high quality video and stuff, and then I wanted to introduce her to the Blab afterward to talk. So we came up on Blab, and she's got, I think it's Believe School is the name of her school. Believe, great name, Believe. I think it's Believe School, Believe School, or something like that. Believe School, Belief. I think it's Belief School. Yeah, it's Paula Gosney, Belief School. So she's got Belief School. I'll stick this in here because this is going to be up. We'll check out this little troll pit here too. Anyway, she's got Belief School. And so I brought her on to Blab and I put belief. I just put belief for a topic and I saw like 10, 15 people jump on right away. I said, wow. And then a troll must have jumped on. He jumped into the place, and I normally don't let people on, and he had a legitimate name. And he came across with really good quality sound. And then another troll, which I didn't know the troll, came up. It was a guy in a tie, probably 25 to 30. He looked really sharp, and he looked like a business guy out of Silicon Valley. I just took it hook. But our numbers kept on growing. We had like 30, 40 people watching now. So I'm not sure if the trolls are pushing these folks in. So I said, I'm in for an experiment here. Unfortunately, I've got Paula Gosnian, who's really a top, speaker and a great person to have on the show. And I hate to introduce her to these trolls, but I want to see what happens because our numbers are growing now. So we got 30, 40 people and I forgot how many people watched it. It was a lot of folks. I'll put that link in later. And I did put that link in, matter of fact. And it was just interesting, but then they started doing trolley crud and I should have cut it immediately. But you know what? I said, I want to experiment here. This had so many people or so much potential here. And these guys are weird. I don't want to be part of this weirdness. And they started back talking about nasty stuff, I guess. And I let them take over as host. I just left. I wanted to see what would happen.
Some things. I was on, I think it was Jonathan's, and somebody was talking that some people were, I don't know if it was late or at night or whatever, and they were opening, just going into blabs, and there were some pretty raunchy blabs that were that were out there. So I don't know.
So anyway, just be careful of trolls. Stay away from trolls. Don't experiment with trolls. Say no to trolls. And eventually as you learn how to do net casting and live media, you're going to have to get a sixth sense. And I just experimented. I mean, boneheads. I was a bonehead. And it could make you look bad if someone replays that later. I felt bad for our host, but my guest. And it would have been good content with her because it was a really nice conversation. I'll probably put that up on YouTube when I shoot the show up on Tuesday. It's going to be episode 251 on Timelines of Success. Hey, I'm going to pause this for a second. And we'll put
this on your Meet the Voter. So, all right. So I'm going to drop it here.
So, folks, we're doing videos right now. We're just going to go on and off. You'll see us. We can't record the video, but we just did a great couple of April Fool's joke. We dropped in, if you go to this site, we dropped in the links on the right side.
And then, too, let me say this to tell on the recording. This is called the election insurance. Election insurance. So if you go to YouTube, you can find this video. But all right, you want to turn the recording off, and then I'll start it.
See if you can start it without me turning the recording off. See what it does. I think it'll just turn it off.
It says heads up, drop-ins won't work.
Okay. Well, you know what? I forgot to grab. Did you drop it in there? Drop the link in there. I forgot to grab it for Meet the Voter.
Well,
I'll put it up right now.
Just go to YouTube and just type in election insurance, and you'll find it.
Okay. I will put it in.
Wait a minute. Yeah, let me see if I can put.
I'm going to drop it in for 25 right now.
There it is, right there.
So while we're talking in my gazillion websites, I'm actually dropping in Meet the Voter, meetthevoter.com, that link for episode 25 on Sunday night. That was hysterical. By the way, Meet the Voter and this show will Meet the Voter won't because I have a separate RSS feed. What I am doing, we did a little experiment. I have an RSS feed. We beefed it up and we dropped in on Timelines all of our different shows. We have 4 feeds. And so we, instead of having like 3 shows a week on Timeline, we put in 7 shows, included the political show, WP Tonic. So what it did was it helped WP Tonic and other shows grow, but it actually hurt the overall Timelines show on a number of downloads because now people are getting 7 shows a week. It was too much for them. So I'm going back to 1 or 2 interviews a week on Timelines and allowing the other shows to have their own RSS feeds. And by the way, Meet the Voter, I do on a $5 RSS feed, which is nice. I've got a full-blown podcast on iTunes. And by the way, my call, here's the call to action. We'll see how many people are successful when I get this up later tonight, is go ahead to Weekly Scam and go weeklyscam.com/6, and it'll be a little blank to fill out. Fill out that, and I'm going to give you a free, the first course I built for Netcasting 101 is a really inexpensive course. It's like a magnet. I'm going to give it out for free for a while. I don't know how long, but it's the first of a series of courses I built. And it teaches people basically just how to take Blab, put it up on YouTube, and set up your basic recommendations for setting up your website and getting the social media all in place. And then from there, I'm tracking it on politics. I'm tracking it for real estate agents, some advanced things you can do. we've had a lot of success interviewing people locally in Reno, Nevada, and those people have become friends, and they've given referrals to Karen in her real estate business. So that's because of the podcast. We actually brought in quite a bit of work this spring for Karen, and we're new into Reno. So it's kind of neat. You know, after a year, it took a year though. You had to go, I mean, more than a year. I've been podcasting for almost 2 years, over 2 years. So that's the podcast story. Anything else up there? Anybody want to come in and throw in their 2
Dave,
cents?
you want to jump in here real quick?
This will be up on Weekly Scam.
David Vaughn wants to jump in.
We're not going to put on, this is the only show that doesn't have an RSS feed. But this show can almost work on timelines. It's just the name, I think, turns off people a little bit.
Well, so they have to do is come in and get just take a little taste, and they'll see they'll find out what they're missing.
Yeah, I think I might drop the shows. And the other thing, I'm going to make a new tutorial today to show people how to subscribe on iTunes, how easy it is. And I'm going to also show them how to check ratings on iTunes. You know, when you have ratings and where people stand on the categories. So, hey, Tim, good show. Tim is in the house. Since Tim is in the house, I'm going to go to Timelines. I'll put up his interview. It was a good interview. It was one of my last interviews I actually did on a pure Blab until Blab gets a little bit better. Blab saves me. When I do a Blab interview, I can actually get it up on a podcast about 45 minutes faster than when I use Skype, YouTube, and the whole thing. But with Skype, I can split the tracks and edit tracks independently and work the sound independently and get better sound. And I get better HD. But you can't share. You can get that social media. So I'm just playing around with stuff. I mean, you know what I'm really bad at is, and Tim, you should go kick me in the tail, is I need to get my learning management course up because I'm screwing around too much. I'm doing too many podcasts and other things. I'm spending a lot of time with my daughters too. Hey, guess what? My 16-year-old daughter is going to stick in gymnastics.
That's the older one.
Yeah, the gold medalist Stoyan. She won, sort of leaning towards quitting. Stoyan Delchev talked to her, and he's a gold medalist. Talked to her the other day. So she's still actually, she's really close to where she needs to be. And she's talked to her about, I told her, don't do it for scholarships, things like that. Do it to do the best you can do and for the pride and finish it up. The national place to finish is at 18 or in high school. Right. But that said, Stoyan says, she absolutely has a chance to go into college with her skill sets. So
that's good to hear. Good to hear. Now, just the last thing, and you mentioned it, and that's where I get some of my stuff, and I wanted to put it up here for our listeners, is that website, the Scam Busters. I'm going to put a link in there with that. There it is. So if any of you want to just pull that up, it's a link that we find some of our material. That's where I was verifying the reload scam information. So that particular link will take you to the reload scam article, which is a very short article, but you can see the website and just kind of bookmark it and use it if you want to do any research when you think something might be a little bit questionable. They may have some information that can help you out so you make the right decision.
So, Mike, do you have a landing page or anything?
Do I?
Yeah,
I got a landing page, which is when we talked about the life insurance, I was on a show. Jonathan Tripp was kind enough to offer me an opportunity to kind of interview me yesterday, and we were talking.
How'd that go?
I think it went very well. I guess you can only go to the people that were listening. We didn't seem to scare anyone away, so people were engaged with that. But he found that video and shared it, and he said, "Man, it's too bad we didn't have that," because we were talking about the different insurances kind of across the board. But as far as on a serious note, if you're looking to review or have a conversation about your life insurance, just go to that site, yourlifeinsurance411.com, and it is a simple site. You put your name, your email in there, and that'll connect right with me. And anyone who's seeing this weekly scam, if you want to just after your first name, all I ask for is your first name. Just put your first name hyphen weekly scam. Then I'll kind of know where it came from.
Well, this is the only link I have. I'm so bad. This is my 2 calls to action. Let me drop this in. And by the way, instead of going with downloads, I'm trying to drop this in. This is my, probably won't have this long. This is one of my Infusionsoft HTML websites, which it's just too much work. So I'm changing over, but I'm going to try to do weeklyscam.com/6. And all it is a quick sign up. I'll put you on the list and we'll get our first learning management project out hopefully this weekend at the basic course. And what it is, it's basically how to use Blab, take Blab, put up on YouTube, and then how you should design your Gmail. You should use a Gmail admin, my admin system for Gmail, Twitter, and YouTube, and any other social media hooked in.
Hey, Bill, they're saying that link's not working. So
I know it's not. That /6 is not working because I just set it up, and I should have a 411. So it will work. The other link should work. I did that one link. Mike, click that one. It says NK279. Does that work? No, it doesn't. Notice you can see the favicon though for Infusionsoft. What a
up top it says NK279. Yeah, it says error 640.
So let me just do a new one. If you go in, what that is, if you go to timelines, thank you for telling me that. So I'm working this out. I'm probably change over to another after a year of Infusionsoft and a lot of time and money, probably change over. But I just put in timelines. On the right side, you'll see a little crappy HTML. It's down about the middle of the page. It's just become a timeliner. And it'll go to Infusionsoft. If you want to sign up, that'd be great. No big deal. I'm going to, like I said, I'll send everybody out. After a week or two, I'm probably going to start charging $7 for this first course, and maybe as much as $17 or $18. And then I'll build a master course that really goes into detail in real estate and politics. By the way, I created an avatar for real estate. Mike, I don't know if I can drop it in. I wish I could drop it in.
You probably can't. I don't know.
I need to build a link to my avatar. Anyway, I wish I could show this to you. I guess I could cut and paste an email to you. Anyway, my avatar has a name. It's Amber. She's Amber.
Amber, okay.
35-year-old real estate real estate person. She's female. She's a Mac user. New in real estate, less than 90 days. A realtor. That means she's joined the Realtor Association. Tech savvy. Wants more listings. Willing to stretch past what she knows. They listen to podcasts. They listen to podcasts already. Likes to get her feelings and opinion out. But she's new into real estate. And I've got a picture of her, and she's got holes in her jeans. This is a real estate agent.
Yep.
Because I think I was talking to my wife, she's like 50-ish, early 50, and in her office, she's been in real estate 25 years. And I said, "Does anybody listen to a podcast?" She said, "No." I don't know of anybody in my office. I don't believe that, but he said, "You know what they do that listen to? It's a pretty good size office she runs, or she's in now, and what they do listen to is YouTube."
Now, a YouTube channel, or they just
watch YouTube. People watch YouTube for training.
I see. Okay.
So, but they don't listen to podcasts because they're older. I think fewer people older listen to podcasts. Most people listen to podcasts
Well, I tell you, I've never listened to a podcast. I mean, I don't even
have it.
I don't even think about it.
Do you have an iPhone? I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm going to text you a podcast right now. Stay on the line.
All right.
So what we're going to do, then we're going to finish up the show. I'm going to test. I need to get an automatic.
I mean, I do have I must have upload. I mean, I do have the little button there. Is that what you need right there?
I'm doing, no, don't do anything. Just tell me what happens. We're on the line fly. We're not recording. So I'm going to go to 237, which is Tim's show. It's right there. I'm playing it. I'm going to pause it. And I'm going to go down here. I'm going to hit this. This is the app. I'm going to upload it. I'm going to get to you. Do I have your, I have your, I think I've got your, hopefully you're hooked up in Mike, M-I-K-E. Ah, crud. I can't take
Well, it's either Mike at MikeSheen.biz or my best.
No, I got it. My sister was calling right then. So I got to go. I'm going to send it now. Send. So I just text you. Let's see if this works. We're doing a live demo.
There we go.
What I did is I pulled this up on the app. This is timelines. I'm going to change that. By the way, it's going to just be timelines of success. Did it come up? Go ahead and punch that. Hit it and see what happens. Hit it and show me what happens. So Mike just hit that text. And oh, cool. It came up. So look at the top. What's the first one?
215.
Oh, 247 is what I thought I forwarded 247.
Got the last 3 months. So let me see. Yeah. See, now it's showing me 215, 214, 213.
That's weird. I wonder why I did that.
It says the last 3 months. So would that be?
Oh, go up. Go all the way to the top. See what's on top. M should be at the top, 247.
I am at the top. It won't let me. That is
go down. Top. That is weird.
And if I go the other way, I go down to 2.
Hey, do me a favor. Do me a favor, because I'll show you how to take this off. Go ahead and punch one and hit subscribe.
All right. It says, after playing this list, you want to play the 2 episodes you've added to the up next.
No, go. No, just play one.
Keep up next, clear up next, or cancel.
Just punch one. When you hit one.
All right, clear up next. All right.
Talk about what I call what are the 5 prosperity hormones and its role in exercise.
So you got one of my old podcasts on there. So I thought I texted this one, the most current one, but it still did text. This is off the app.
All right, let me just see here.
Press subscribe. Go subscribe.
Welcome to Timelines, episode 215.
Wait, I'm trying to turn this off.
Hit down below. There's a little thing down here. Hit this.
Hold on. I can't get this to stop here.
It'll just play forever now. Hit on the bottom.
Save.
Hold it up so I can see what page you're on.
I'm hitting cancel.
This is too funny. You're definitely not a podcaster. And have you listened to your own show?
What?
Your show is on. I've put you on podcasts.
Further ado, let's get right.
Hold it up so I can see where you are, and I'll tell you what to do. Okay, just on the very bottom, this is the Apple UI. See that little 2 dashes? Hit the pause at the bottom, right above the play.
Great having.
Hold on. I'm still trying to get out of this one. There we go.
Hit the,
all right,
hit the pause. Now I want you to tap the middle here.
All
tap
right.
this. Tap the middle bar.
Well, all I'm seeing is this.
Well, go down below. You can see a little player down below. This is bad UI.
A little player. I have
Apple.
unplayed my podcast feature.
No, down at the bottom, right above, there's a little line. Press the middle of that line. It's right here.
Show me.
Right here. Look where I'm pressing. Right down here. That line right there. And then go like this to push it down. That a little
Right, well, now
bit-
it just showed up featured. I mean, I'm trying to touch this line, but I'm
Hold it up. Hold it up. Look what I'm doing.
all right.
Okay, go to the bottom and hit that 215. Just tap in the middle of that little 215 on the bottom. That line.
There. Okay.
So now you got the big one. That's the big play. So you're on the big play there. And if you hit this, you hit the little stuff on the hit that little 3 little lines, the menu on the right.
Okay. There we go. All right.
And what popped? Let's see what it looks like.
I'm still at 215 is the highest I go.
Okay, so you wanna subscribe. So if you hit that, I don't think you're subscribed.
I thought I was.
Go ahead, throw the app up. You need to throw away all those other ones. Throw everything away in there. And you need to set your phone so you only load the last 2 current shows.
Well, I think that's what it was telling me.
Episode 210.
I got to turn this one.
I text you the most current one, and you ended up in like a bunch of junk in the middle.
Yeah.
Today from Monticello.
There we go. Man.
Today.
Okay.
Monticello, California, wherever it is.
Let me just go back to Mike. Could you use? Okay, so let me just hit this and hit this.
Well, I'm going to stop recording so we don't blow out our friends on YouTube, and we'll finish this
Okay,
up.
wait a minute. Maybe it just had to reload.
There you go. Who knows? Now, is that subscribe? Does it say subscribe anywhere on there?
It says unplayed feed. Where would it say subscribe?
Hey, go to feed. Do me a favor. Hit that feed.
Feed.
If you go to the feed,
All
I
right.
don't know what you did.
So I'm right there.
So if you go to the feed, the magical show, you go to the feed on the right side, you hit the feed. Does it say 247? You should be go
Well, it said 247. It said unplayed, and then I just clicked on feed.
and then tap 247. Move it up to
All right.
247 and tap that's Tim's show.
All right, that's 247. That's running.
That's the last show.
And let me tell you this. I'll say this too.
There you go. There's Tim.
Surprise you, but the greatest LMS in the world has actually been around for a long
All right.
It's YouTube. Best LMS is YouTube.
So I would assume that I am now. Where would it say if I'm?
Okay, do this. You should only have 1 subscription on there, and you want to set it for 2. Learn 1.
Yeah. See, I have like 246, 245.
Do
I mean,
me a
they're
favor.
all.
Close it down. Just close down your app. Completely close down your app. Close down all your apps.
Okay.
Now the icon is actually embedded. You can't get it off the podcast player. It's right
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
Go ahead and find the podcast player and tap it once and see what happens.
All right. Just opened up
See what
to.
that looks like.
It just opened up back to where I was. I think
see it.
because I hadn't used it in a while, why I just had to refresh. But
So I think you only have 1 show right now, but we'll work on this.
No, I got-
Eventually
they're all of them. All of them are there.
No. You're only subscribed to 1 podcast, which is good. It's timelines.
Ah, okay. Okay.
And that'll only have like 3 shows coming out a week on it.
Here it
Also
says
put-
unplayed 15.
Hey, let's go and subscribe to WP Tonic. I'm going to show you how to search something. Last class.
All right.
WP Tonic is a really hot show, so I just listened to the first one. So if you go to your podcast app, right, and
Yes.
there's a little spyglass down here,
I saw that.
a little, not spyglass. Yes, it's spyglass.
Yeah.
So you go search and just type in Conrad, Conrad.
All right.
That didn't work. I thought type in Bill Conrad. I mean, you can type in the name of the show too. So you type in Bill Conrad. That's too bad. I need to fix that because I need to get
here. I just went BILCON and Timelines of Success and WordPress WP Tonic came up. So I did.
Yeah. Hit WP Tonic. Subscribe to that.
WP Tonic. All right. So it's loading. So
you should subscribe to it. You only want 2 episodes. You want it to throw out 2 and keep 2, so it doesn't take. And by the way, I optimize.
Now, where do I subscribe though? I don't see a subscribe button.
It should say you subscribe.
It says all podcast episodes and podcasts up top.
Hold it up like this. Let me see where you are. Doesn't it say subscribe? It says all. Tap 1 and see what happens. Yeah, tap 1. It'll say subscribe or unsubscribe. Tap the big picture.
All right, here you go. Subscribe. So I'm going to click subscribe
and do the same thing with in Timelines too.
I'm subscribed now.
Okay.
But how do I filter this so it only doesn't keep? You said I shouldn't keep all of them.
You only want 2.
Because I have I have 87, 85, 84.
No, but those are just little clouds. As long as they're not downloaded, you're okay. There's
okay. Because the first one, number 1 says play, but the other ones have the little cloud logo.
So what you want to do is there's a couple places you can do this. If you go, let me do one more test real fast. I really have to fix something because I realized that Meet the Voter. Type in Meet the Voter.
All right, so I'm going to go back to search. Right.
All right, go and search.
All right, it's not.
Go to search. Hit the little window.
Yeah, it's not letting me. It's not moving anymore. All right. Well, okay.
Meet.
There we go. It just was slow. Okay, so I'm going to put Meet the Voter. Meet.
Actually, anytime you put in Bill Conrad, all my big shows you top.
The Voter.
Right. I need to modify that too. I need to put my name in there so as the search comes up. Meet the Voter.
Politics, Meet the Voter, and Politics of Success. Would that be
same thing? Yeah, same thing. Just tap that, and it looks like this.
All right. Yeah, I see the logo. All right.
And that's the other one. That show only comes out. Is only going to come out maybe 2 to 3 times.
And this says like 024 here.
Yeah, that's it. So that's on a separate feed.
So I click that, and then I hit subscribe. Okay.
No more. This will not be on Timelines anymore. It'll only be on its own feed.
So my unplayeds are giving me everything from those 3. Because all right, so I have like unplayeds. I have Wednesday, and then I have Wednesday, the Tim Stafford. Monday, Meet the Voter Monday, Sunday. So this is what I'm. Yeah. So I have all 3 of those are now. Yeah,
but you can erase some and play. Oh,
I have a lot of time. Yeah, I've got all the time.
If they're actually downloaded, you can come from the right like this. You can unsubscribe too. Come from the right and delete. Slide from the right and delete.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
I want to show you something. If you go into your settings on your iPhone, and on settings you go down into your app. I want to set you up on the app the correct way. Okay.
Hold on here. Let me get to my settings.
So go to settings.
Settings, okay.
Scroll down to the iPhone app. I'm going to record this. Bye.